Brad Doherty?
Yo, it's Troy Polamalu. I'll die on that hill. Find me another one over that.
Who? What are you talking
For
about?
43, I mess with Darren Sproles, but Polamalu is like
Why are you hating on
all time.
Eckersley, too.
Dennis Eckersley? Is that what we're going with?
Even me, the all-time hometowner, I'm going with Polamalu over Eckersley.
Okay, so
They're pretty close to even, though.
who?
Eckersley and for what they did in their career.
Oh, so Sproles is out. We're out on
Yeah,
Sproles.
yeah.
All right.
When you got those other options, yeah, you gotta be out on Sproles.
Okay. Okay. Then Sproles is out, people.
Hold on, I got their numbers right here. 03 to 14, 770 tackles, 12 sacks, 14 forced fumbles, 32 picks, 8 Pro Bowls, 4 first-team All-Pros.
Who?
That's Polamalu.
Polamalu.
Eckersley played from 75 to 98. He's got 197 wins with a 350 ERA, 2,401 strikeouts, and 390 saves.
That's what
He's a Baseball Hall of Fame inductee. He's a 6-time All-Star. He's an AL MVP. He's and a Cy Young Award winner.
We might have to go. We might have to go Co.
Yeah, we might have to go
So
Co.
I'm totally with that.
This is really
But-
episode 86.
But I'm gonna rock with Polamalu because we are
You're
still
jealous of his hair?
never because we're still in like football season.
All right.
If 43 happened to fall into baseball season, maybe I
We're
would have
like
went
3
with your
weeks
boy.
away from pitchers and catches reporting.
Polamalu's got a chip, though, too.
Yeah.
If it's all about winning the chip,
So you said is Eckersley does he have a chip?
I don't know. I wasn't alive when he was playing, I feel like. I don't think he ever won one. If you play with the Sox, he definitely didn't get one with them.
So
And then who'd they send him to? The Athletics late in his career or something? I don't think they won either.
we're gonna do Co. I'm rocking with Co.
Yes, one.
But he did.
He's got a chip?
Oh, that ruins my whole plan.
1989.
Oh, it's Cole then. They're even.
So, but I'm still going back to the football thing.
All right.
That was my first initial thing. So, anyway, forget all of that. What's going on with you, Pete?
Not much. Just chilling. How you doing?
How you been, man?
You know how I've been. You just saw me earlier today, and you saw me Sunday.
What's going on?
He's asking, where you been? How's things been?
No,
how the kids? He knows.
Why
I
are
do-
we deflecting? What are we trying to not talk about over here?
I do it for the public eye. Like,
all right.
Not that we have a huge following or
Because
anything.
everybody's wondering what's going on in my life.
Listen. I know how you're doing. The people
doing
don't.
the people.
You're talking to the public. Tell them how you're doing,
I'm the people's
baby.
champion? Is that
That's
what I
it.
am?
Can you smell what P is cooking?
Can you smell what the P is cooking?
Well,
I didn't know he had it in there. I
what's
didn't know he
the
had that in him.
No word, nothing, man.
What's going
Just
on?
chilling, doing my thing.
working.
Working. Living life, Nothing special going on.
I just want to be straight up. I didn't call this meeting. The guy next to you called the meeting today. So, what's going on? Why did you call this meeting?
I missed you guys.
Yes.
It's been a minute.
Love is in the air. Everywhere we go. Anyway, what we talking? We got to talk football.
Really? Nothing much going on there?
A little bit of because I haven't been, I'm going to be honest, I haven't been following my basketball, but I have been watching some of these games. And I know we've been MIA. I'm kind of happy you called the meeting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got to catch up. And,
I just changed my schedule around this so we can have more consistent meetings. So,
consistency.
yeah.
Yeah. You got that much on your chest.
No. Well, I do if you really want to get me going, but I'm not trying to
wind them up
hijack the
and
show.
let
I know. He's that guy. He's like, stop. Slow him down. But the Kings is in the building. We're going to take a quick... We're going to come back. We're going to go right into the football. Maybe we should do the...
Other stuff first.
We'll do a little sprinkle of basketball. I don't know if P has hockey on deck. We'll do that. And then we'll end it with the football talk. Come back, Kings. We're in the building, baby.
Don't walk away, never walk away before we get it.
I mean, I'm losing faith in my Celtics.
How?
I don't know, man. I don't like how they blew that game against the champs.
Nah, they'll be all right. No way.
Best record in the NBA. He's losing faith in them.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Typical Boston, the wheels are gonna fall off. We're doing great in the regular season. We're gonna get our pants pulled down when we come and have to face some real guys for 4, 5, 6 games in a row, and they figure out the team's weaknesses, and they figure out the weaknesses in the coaching staff, and the weaknesses in late game clock, clutch time management.
They're still having issues in the third quarter.
All of this stuff is gonna come back to be revealed when you have to play the same team game in and game out.
I'm rocking.
You're gonna get exposed.
And will Mazzulla make those changes? Adjustments.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm rocking with you on that.
What happened last day? Murray was cooking Peyton Pritchard the whole game that he was in against, and then they didn't do anything about it. And then the game before, Jaylen Brown had a triple-double.
Yeah.
And then you come in against the champs and you don't do anything. Where's Brown and Tatum to even make the in-game switch? If you bring this back to, I don't know if anybody's been watching the podcast that Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett have.
I love it.
But oh my God, it is.
I love
it's
it.
like
It's
one of my favorites.
It
Yeah,
is good.
And you listen to those guys and like the accountability that they had with themselves. Like they didn't wait for Doc to tell them. They learned from Doc and they made those adjustments within themselves on the fly during the game.
Well, how old were Pierce and Garnett though?
They're seasoned.
That's
but
my point. These dudes are all still what? 20s?
Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
the oldest?
All right, then who's it on? It's on Mazzulla then for not preaching this more. Like where you got to start solving problems now before.
Is Mazzulla is he a? How can I explain it? Is he a end game guy? I don't think he is.
I don't know what he is.
I think he's a.
There's no book on him really. How long has his career been? Like
This is his second year.
Yeah.
Where did he coach? Where is he from? He's from here, right?
Yeah.
From, like Johnson or something.
Yeah.
Was he coaching high school basketball?
No, I think he was an assistant with the team, and he rose up through the ranks.
This is what I don't understand is who is no disrespect, people, especially the lovely people of Rhode Island. Where is he from? Where is his coaching prowess? I don't know. I've never seen this. So how did he even? Because he was an assistant under Udoka. I don't know how that worked. Who is this guy?
even the whole way, all of the PR controversy that came from him getting this job in the first place. How Udoka,
give it to Cassell.
You want some background on?
Let me hear something. I'm gonna be dead quiet.
He was undrafted in the 2011 NBA draft.
Boom.
He became an assistant at Glenville State for 3 years. Went another 3 years at Fairmont State as assistant.
Boom.
Went to the Maine Red Claws for 2 years. He's a Celtics assistant from 2019 to 2022. Became the interim head coach last year, and now he's the head coach. So he really has. He's only ever been.
Does he have a pedigree?
He had 2 years, 2 or 3 years as assistant on the NBA level. That's it.
This is like they tried to order Eric Spoelstra on Wish.com, and they got Joe Mazzulla instead.
No, but Spoelstra, here's what I'm gonna say.
He put his time in as an assistant and rose up through the ranks and became a great coach.
I still think Spoelstra was like a janitor or something. I could be wrong.
I don't think he played. This guy at least
That's what I'm
made
saying.
it to the league.
What are the specifications? Like, what do you have? To me, am I way off by saying at least play the sport? Like Udoka played in the league, right?
I mean, Belichick didn't play, so.
But he did play, right? In college?
Yeah,
no?
yeah,
and he never made
that's the same with Mazzulla. He played in college.
But here's the other thing.
I just think, did they want to make a quiet hiring because of the scandal that came along with getting Udoka out of there?
If you really wanted to clean that up, you clean house. That's my point.
But how much did... I mean, let's be real. The scandal was that he was messing around with one of the minority owners' wives or something like that.
Okay.
So, as a minority owner, as the ownership group, how much of that do you really want being made public?
I don't understand where that has to do with Mazzulla.
Because if you have all these headlines where you clean house and everything like that, like all they're going to be talking about is how the coach was beating your wife up, essentially. You know what I mean? So, I'm just saying, like, maybe the team tried to, like, ride under the waves and make this quiet hiring and not have
But
them
that was a
talking
that
about.
was a big story though when it broke with
Yeah, there's nothing
coach.
else going on in the sports news at the time. Like, it was all. There was nothing on sports radio besides
Okay, we're getting sidebar. Where does it equate to them getting over the hump with this dude?
I don't know.
That's the bottom line.
And that's why they brought all these assistants in to
That's
help
the
him.
bottom line. It has to equate to, yo, we need a dub. But we need not a dub, but like, how far have they went? And these guys have been together for a while now. Not talking about the coaching, but
This core made the
Brown
Eastern
and
Conference
Tatum
Finals
cat,
young.
they've been together for I could be like wrong, 4 or 5 years now.
I'm pretty sure they lost to LeBron's.
Because you have Brad Stevens, Udoka, now this guy,
Yeah.
and it's been a minute.
And they're at the point where this is their window. This is where they should be experienced enough to win. And I don't think they have the coach to do it.
So now it's just
If you don't have the coach to do it, like, you need somebody like LeBron who is like a coach on the court.
Yeah.
So which one of the Jays
He's
is
not
gonna
walking through
which
the
one of
door.
the Jays is gonna step up and be that guy?
they're not ready.
Neither one of them are going
This is what's gonna be-
And they're
I-
young. To bring it back to your
Tate-
point,
yeah.
they're young at the
I
end
hate
of the
to
day.
say this, but this is gonna be their pedigree. Like them, hopefully they still stay with the Celtics, but this is how they're learning. Like all those years that Garnett spent at Minnesota. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Then when he came to Boston, you feel what I'm saying? He was like, okay, chip time. I feel like this is what's going on with these kids. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
I hate to sound like it. It's not going to be until years go by and they're going to be like, I understand now what it takes, how to talk to people, how to communicate with other players.
I was listening to the game on the other.
You know what I'm saying?
The other night on
Go
the
ahead,
radio,
Pete.
I was listening to the game, and there was a point where they had gone on a run, and then the other team switched it around, and then even Cedric Maxwell was like, "Yo, right there, they're a mess right now," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Call a timeout." He never uses his timeouts, and I'm like, if they're a mess, and if Max can see they're a mess, the coach can see they're a mess. Call a timeout. Tell them to get this shit together. But
So
he
it might
doesn't
be
do it.
it's a combination of things going on here.
He had 3 years as an assistant in the NBA.
It might be the Missoula. Here's the other thing. He's kind of young. He might be going through that too. Like Belichick,
For sure.
people underestimate. He was with the Giants, Cleveland. It took him. It takes that time, man. You get smacked around a couple times, then you're like, okay, I know what I'm doing now.
No, yeah.
You gotta. They might. This is what's going on here.
But this is not.
I could be wrong.
Is this what the Celtics need, though?
I could be wrong.
They got these guys in the prime of their career. And you could be wasting opportunities
I mean,
to win
there's,
championships.
there's other turbulence that we're not bringing up either, in the fact that how Ainge left, right? Like Danny Ainge just up and left, or they came to a mutual agreement
Well,
to
that
part
was
ways.
going
Then
on for years, I felt.
Brad Stevens leapfrogs and goes into the front office. That forces him to have to hire somebody from within who he feels comfortable coaching. Like this whole thing has kind of been, and what they just bet on the fact that they had two of the top 12 guys in the league together on young contracts. Like that was going to be okay enough for you to stumble through this coaching GM kind of upheaval that you're in the middle of. I don't know. Like
Because
I'm
last year,
gonna-
was Missoula that good? Or was he just had enough talent?
yeah,
I'm gonna say this till I'm blue in the face. Are we talking about this if Udoka's still the coach?
I don't think so.
Could they have beat that Nugget squad? Excuse me.
There's a reason why he got a job again after all of this.
Could they? Was he the guy? Was he the guy?
Yeah, was that the guy that the Jays listened to?
So
that
here's
they-
the thing. So is there a group that owns the Celtics? Is it like some kind of minority group, or is it one person?
No, it's a group.
I know
So-
one guy's name is Wick.
So here's the other thing. So if you're in that group, I'm pulling my man to the side. I'm like, yo, you should just divorce her anyway. You feel what I'm saying?
You got a lot of money. You can do better.
Yeah.
You can do better, and we need a chip Take it on the chin, baby. Take it. Yo,
Take one for the team.
You know how common that is? I don't know, man. But cats would.
I think wasn't there another problem where there was like a staffer though too? I think he was messing with like a.
Well, you could just fire that person.
Nah, I think that's harder. That's harder to get over. That's like workplace
good thing
stuff.
for him,
You know what I mean?
I'm not disputing.
Yeah.
I'm in the business, and I'm gonna say this: there's ways to go about it
He ain't,
to get somebody out. Come on,
he
you know
ain't
what
even gonna
it is.
He ain't even going to get taken to the cleaners in the divorce because this was all out. Everybody. This
Yeah.
isn't like we had pictures of private investigator took pictures of your wife. Everybody knew what happened.
But I still don't know who the owner, who that person is, who the woman was. Nobody knows still, right?
Yeah, no, we know. We get pictures
Oh, you do.
back then.
I don't know. I didn't go on that deep.
I never
no,
saw
back
anything.
then they knew who it was. They knew
I never
that,
saw.
Yeah.
I never saw. But anyway, I want to say this to Wimby. Welcome to the NBA, baby. Embiid showed you how it's supposed to be done. He dropped a 70 nugget on your head. Nobody's talking about Sixers, man, and I love it. I love it.
Because they know what's going to happen.
You're trying to put us with Boston too. Okay, let me ask you this: who's coming out of the East?
Well,
then?
the Sixers are more of an unproven, unseen thing, right? They've had
Yeah.
more shakeup. Now it's just like Embiid's team essentially.
Who's
so.
coming out of the East? If you're gonna say Boston's gonna, you're saying Boston will probably crap the bed in the finals.
Yeah,
But in the
playoffs.
East, they still could come out of the East. Like Sixers could come out of the East. Who else? I don't know. Milwaukee. I think Giannis and Dame are not. I don't know. Aligned.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really think. I think
Boston.
I think Denver is just coming back for it. Like I really don't think that it matters. I think that game kind of demonstrated it. Like Denver
when it's time
is
to
like
turn it on.
That was
they're
a
almost like the bad boy
2-point
Pistons
win,
from
though.
back in the day. Like no team can match up with them. Like when it comes to like
I rock with you on that.
It was a 2-point game, though. It's
You don't think Boston can beat them in a 7-game series?
I don't know. I don't think they have. I think it's going to come down to even
They have
even,
the talent.
Even in today's touch and feel NBA, I think that the physicality that Denver possesses
I'm gonna
and the
say
lack,
this.
they don't get emotionally rattled. And if you look at the Celtics, when it comes to crunch time late in games, they seem to get emotionally rattled. They don't have good clock management. They don't make the right decisions on where the ball should go.
Is the coaching?
Like
Is it coaching?
it's some of his coaching, yeah.
you
but
can coach the guys till you're blue in the face. Like, are they going to make the right decisions when it comes time to handle their
but
business
they
on the
did-
court?
they
Like,
did
it's a
get rid of-
50-50 responsibility.
They
I
did
feel
get rid
like
of one guy from last year that used to take stupid 3-pointers at the end of games.
Marcus, yeah.
No, Mazzulla is. I'm gonna tell you what kind of coach that I think that he is, and I might be piggyback. He's a numbers coach.
Oh,
That's the
extreme
problem.
analytics, extreme. Those three-
He's not. You and sometimes it's good. It's good to have the numbers guy. Don't get me wrong, right? But you also need that guy that's like Rudy or something like that.
Well, the guy
Do
you
you
gotta-
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta have a feel for the game.
Exactly.
What's going on in that particular
You're telling
game.
me that Brady wasn't a numbers guy. He didn't know every inch of the thing, but he still was like this too. Let's go, boys. Let's get
He was
fired
everything,
up.
yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? There was a balance there. The problem is this guy he's probably looking at stats. Well, every time we take the rebound, we gotta. You feel what I'm saying? Stats have shown and statistics have shown that we need to. You know what I'm
Have you
saying?
ever seen his interviews? It's all about numbers.
He's a robot. That's what it is.
And you'll be taking 3-pointers.
Where'd he come from?
And the numbers-
Computer-generated coach.
The numbers say that taking 3-pointers
That's what he says.
is going to work by the end. But when you're in a short series in the playoffs and your threes aren't dropping, you got to change up.
No.
Like overall, yeah, the numbers work out over the course of the season.
That's my point with this dude. Udoka wasn't like that. Udoka was like,
Oh, he's more defensive oriented too.
and Udoka is that dude that's like, yo, see me out back.
Right, yeah, yeah.
You already seen his pedigree.
You got to go get 2 in the paint.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's
where
who
does-
that's who this guy
That's
was.
another thing. That's
He
another
proved
thing.
it while he was here. Unfortunately, he also proved it. he don't care. That's what you need.
Udoka, was a dog.
Exactly. But I don't know, man. But anyway, what else you got on the deck? We're getting a little. I get too emotional about the Celtics. I don't even know why. That ain't even my squad.
You are a Phillies man, right?
I mean, you got PTSD from all the times they made you pack your suitcases. They've been sending you home.
And I'm taking it back to the 80s, man. Bird used to do us dirt. Oh, I hated them so much. I hated them. You know what's ill? I hated them so much. And then as I got older, I appreciated it. It was weird. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the Cowboys teams, too. I hated them so much, but now I'm like, Dorsett was that dude. You know, Starback was that dude. It's weird when you're in that space when you're young. But anyway, what else you got, P?
Nothing. Bruins are still doing their thing.
I think I heard something. Where are they at in the...
First. They're first in their division.
How far are they ahead? I think they're first on points and everything, though, right? Record and points, from what I was hearing. I think they are.
I mean, the Panthers are right up there with them, so...
I hope this isn't... Well, at least this will be more...
They're 7 points ahead of the Panthers.
It won't be like last year.
On a side note, the Panthers need to bring back the original jerseys. With the saber-toothed cat jumping over the thing. The thing that they got now is stupid.
What?
It's so stupid. It's like a Boy Scout badge. It's the stupidest shirt.
That's what I would like to know. Who's up in the offices saying, I think it's time for a jersey change?
Like, that's the solution. You're playing hockey in South Florida.
No, this is the reason why we didn't win last year.
Yeah.
But then again, the stuff they do, like the Bruins, because it's the anniversary season, they put like extra spokes and a couple of stripes. Now it's a New Jersey.
Yeah, now the
like,
diehards
what
have to
the
all go out and buy them, and you generate another $100 million worth of income for yourself. And
Well, I don't know if they generate $100 million in hockey.
hell? No, probably not.
Never.
Maybe for the whole league.
Yeah.
Maybe for the league.
But yeah, the Canucks actually have one more point. They're the top scoring team in the league.
Canucks.
Vancouver
What is that?
Canucks.
Vancouver?
Yeah, Vancouver Canucks.
Vancouver.
But I'm just impressed that the Bruins lost a bunch of good players,
And they're still ripping it
and
up.
they're still they're playing. That's not as dominant as last year. They went through a little stretch.
But maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made some moves like with the salary cap too, and trades to kind of set themselves up for the next 2 years. So hopefully they make some good choices.
What is the name of the division? Is it Patrick?
Atlantic.
The Atlantic.
Oh, okay. Are the Bruins one of the original?
Yes.
It's like
Original 8.
Yo, it's the original 6. What are you guys
it 6?
talking about? Yeah.
Who is it? I'm being honest. I don't know. I'm not a hockey fan.
It's the Maple Leafs,
I guess I jumped
the
out of the window on
Canadians,
that one.
the Bruins,
Rangers.
the Red Wings,
Flyers?
the Rangers.
Are Flyers in there? Tell me Flyers are in there, please.
They might be.
Tell me the
I don't think they
Flyers
are though.
in
Who's
there.
the other team?
Come on, baby. Tell me something. You know what I mean?
Bruins, Canadians, Red Wings, Maple Leafs,
Maple is where is that? Is that Canada?
Toronto.
Toronto. Okay.
The
But
Flyers might be one of the original 6. I can't remember them all anymore.
we were talking about original names
Most
of
of them in the Atlantic.
Yeah, there's only one that isn't in the Atlantic. Is the
Rangers.
Rangers. Yeah.
we were talking about the original names of NFL teams, and I didn't know, was it the Boston Braves? I think, could I be wrong about the football team or something? Warriors or Braves? That was a New England team, and I'm like, what? And how some of the teams ended up all the way on the West Coast and down south. I'm like, that's crazy. Imagine if you had that kind of money.
To move a team.
Because Patriots, people forget, when was this? I want to say late 90s. When they were toying with the idea, I could be, say, Providence, or maybe, was it Worcester?
Yeah, I don't. Before they broke ground on the new stadium. Yeah, that was.
They were
Downtown
toying with
Providence.
that idea. And I was like, yo, if they move them to Providence, that would have been crazy. I go, the traffic was already bananas. But
when you think
and they were
about
talking
it-
about, we know where the mall is, too.
I was gonna say, would that have stopped the Providence Place Mall from ever happening?
No,
No,
because they were going
it
to
was-
where that produce
The
market
mall was
used to be.
there.
It was
the
already
mall
there,
was
yeah.
there. They were gonna do it on the other
Side where
side.
the produce market, old
And
produce
I was
market used to
like,
be,
yo.
their fantasies and
Oh,
that
yeah.
down over there.
I don't know why Providence be hating on just bringing stuff here, man.
Because
So much
when you
revenue.
think about it, right? Yeah, traffic's bad, but that would be 8 Sundays, mostly Sundays.
Yeah.
On a year.
Yeah, just
that
stay
you're gonna
home.
deal with it. Yeah. Just stay away from Providence those days.
So this is also my argument too. I don't understand no disrespect. What is there to do in Foxborough? Not that Providence is
Nothing.
this
Well,
big
they
super
had to build.
city.
They had to build shit
They,
around it.
they made
These
a
guys
thing.
stay in Providence anyway when they
Yeah.
come here.
Yeah.
The other teams and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It was a no.
They stay
I
at
would
the
like
Omni.
I would like to be in the room when these people are like, "Nah, we don't want to do it." I don't understand.
I think
I don't
Shanty
understand.
was the one trying to get it.
I don't understand. But I'm getting
Honestly, I
carried
bet
away.
you it
I'm
was the
getting carried
Patriots
away.
that pulled away on that to begin with.
You think so?
Yeah, because look now you get to have 5 states rooting for you instead of you would. I feel like
that
you would have
wouldn't-
lost. You would have
No.
lost the Boston market if you would have moved to Rhode Island.
You think so?
Yeah.
No.
Not if they're winning.
No. These people are traveling from Maine to go to Foxborough to them games.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like the Boston
Foxborough's only
faithful-
20 minutes away from Providence.
Yeah.
They would have came. They would have came.
I don't know, man.
They would have came. I think so.
I've been to a Patriots game wearing Patriots stuff and driving a car registered in Rhode Island and leaving the parking garage. Other Patriots fans have been, Providence is that way. I'm like, what, bro? We're on the same team, dude.
Nah, maybe not.
Oh,
Like they was hating on you.
they was.
He's like looking at his jersey going, does it say- does it
I
say-
know. I was
does it
like,
say
what the
Boston?
fuck, dude? Like,
Boston Patriots?
I was like, all right, man.
That
I'll be.
is dope.
Yeah.
That is like some Civil War stuff.
Yeah. When
You're
people
not
tell
from
you
the North.
Patriots fans are the worst,
And then
like
the guys,
they're top
then the guys at
worst.
Southie are looking at the other people from Boston going, you're not real
Yeah.
Patriot, you're not from Southie.
Why? Why? This is crazy. I still think they would have traveled. And I'm not even arguing that side. I'm arguing from the city standpoint. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
The
Yo,
city and
Rhode
the
Island just finished last in best places to start a small business.
What are you scared
They just
of?
put that list
You'll
out.
do all this other stuff. Bring a team here.
Yeah.
Nah, we're gonna spend all our money on Kurt Schilling's video game franchise.
That is my point. Who is sitting in the chair? I don't want to get political. Who is sitting in these chairs and saying,
It was going to be
no,
the next Final Fantasy. Stop it. You know it was going to be 10 games.
not only that, you can also use the stadium for all kinds of other stuff.
Yeah,
What? Concerts?
all the
and-
concerts,
Yeah,
everything.
It's ridiculous.
You remember when I'm getting carried away when March Madness came here?
Yeah,
The money that they generated. I don't understand.
they took away the outside liquor law. Remember that they had
Yes,
like the
I
Fed Hill
remember
feast
it.
going on
I
Atwell's
remember
for
it.
that.
They
like,
brought it back for COVID, and then it never went away.
Right.
yeah.
I hope that they did. It never went back. So I don't know what is going on. But anyway, y'all want to take a quick break and come back and blast through NFL?
Let's do it.
Comeback Kings, man. We alright out here. Comeback Kings, episode 43 in the was it Eckersley and
Palomalu.
Palomalu. He's still doing the Head and Shoulders stuff.
Yeah.
I seen him, man. Commercials.
Yeah,
he's
so
all
it's
grayed
beautiful.
out.
Yeah.
though.
He does. He
Imagine
does
if you
talk
watch-
like that guy that plays the ukulele, right? He's all like, "Oh, my name's Troy Palomalu,"
Tiny Tim?
Come
and
back.
he'll destroy you.
Comeback Kings 43.
Back, baby!
Yes.
We are down to the final 4.
Yes.
It's
But
a-
can
it's
we
a- it's
do a
joy-
preview
oh,
first?
oh,
Alright, yeah.
It's a joyous time of year
Yes.
for most football fans, except if you're Dallas and Philly,
Yes.
Tampa Bay, or the Patriots.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm a 49ers fan.
Oh my God!
I don't know what you guys are talking
I'm
about.
about to pass out over here. I'm about to pass out over here with this guy.
It was only once the Buccaneers got eliminated that I became a 49ers fan. But
Pete, open the door. I'm serious. Exit this guy. Get him out of here.
DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah. Uncle Phil his ass. Why? What happened?
How many
dude?
teams can one man have?
Exactly.
Why don't they love me?
Go ahead, P. Do your dance, baby.
Now, so we had the Cowboys and the Philly. Very disappointing ending.
that was 2 weeks ago.
I know. We
You
gotta
wanna
address
recap it?
we gotta address it just because so people don't think we're just ducking it.
Oh, I'm not ducking nothing. We stunk.
Yeah,
Eagles stunk.
Yes.
Secondary, horrendous. You could kind of say I saw that coming. It came in slow motion, kind of.
I mean, you should have known you were in trouble when they said A.J. Brown wasn't going to play.
That made me nervous.
Like,
it made me
You
nervous.
still thought you had it, like, now your number one receiver is Devonta Smith? He's like my size.
What?
Like-
Can we talk about this? Because I have the feeling that he's not hurt. There's something going on with these dudes.
Do you think he would have sat out a playoff game?
That's my point. There's something going on with these
He didn't even go
dudes.
to the game, right? He was at some boxing
Stop
match
playing
in
with me.
Atlantic
really?
City or something.
I didn't
Quote
know- I
me
didn't know that.
here. If he gets traded, I'm telling you, there's something going on with these dudes. I don't know if
They're going to trade him for Diggs, bro. Two unhappy guys
Yeah, yeah.
for the other.
If I hate to sound like this guy. These guys are not getting along on the same team. At least that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. And I'm gonna pass it to P because I feel like that's what's going on with Dallas a little bit too. Is even with CD and Dak, something was going on. Something was going on. I don't know what it was, or maybe it's just me, but there's something going on, man. Can we bury the hatchet till at least after the season?
Yeah.
I don't understand. You have a chance to be immortal in your sport. Unless whatever happens is that egregious. Are these guys sleeping with each other's wives or something? I'm trying to.
Yeah,
I'm trying
what
to
would
think
take it
what
to that
would
level?
take it to that level, or is it just you throw him the ball 8 times and only threw it to me 6? I hope that's
Shut
not
up.
what it is. Do
Yeah.
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't see that being that big of a problem. The Cowboys, they weren't on the same page in the first half of that game.
Yeah.
And they kept talking about it and trying to get it, and then Dak tried forcing them one.
So you wait till the game though? That's my point.
No, they started the game and they just couldn't get on. Dak and CD have been on the same page.
I'm not.
for
Something
three-quarters
was
of the season.
something. I
You don't
haven't
get
seen that.
1,700 yards.
I'm
if
not
you're on the
disputing
same-
that.
But they were off that game. When the defense was doing or whatever, and then Dak tried forcing it to him.
That's not the game to be off. Can we rock with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why Jack tried forcing him one, and that ended up being a pick six because of that.
I don't know.
There's only so many serial killers that grow up to be quarterbacks to go around. You know what I mean? Like normal people, you put them in a situation like that, they're sweating, their heart's racing, like they can't hold on to the football, they're making bad decisions. You know what I mean? Like you gotta be. There's only like 5 people that are wired like that with a body that can throw a ball the way it's a rare rose to get to the top like that. Like.
Patrick Mahomes.
Football's the big. I always say football is the biggest team sport. You need so many people to be on the same page. You know what I mean? It's like It's like building a motor. Like
I'm not.
everything needs to be firing off at the right moment, at the right time. Like
Yo, your boy's preaching the gospel. If we was in church, you'd hear me go, "Hallelujah!"
And I'm not trying to like be the old man that's like these kids, but everybody's getting paid at a younger age now. You know what I mean? Like the average NFL salary is way up from when we were kids watching the game. Like back in the day, guys were sacrificing to win that chip. That's all that mattered. They weren't making enough money to like be set for the rest of their lives. Like their life goal was to win that chip. And now these guys, they got their money already. Who really cares? They're set for the rest of their life.
Okay,
If
so
you,
let me-
it's like A.J. Brown, Stephon Diggs. Who cares? If you want to have a bad attitude, who cares? You're a multi-millionaire. Who's going to tell
That's
you
my point.
anything?
Is the
Like,
money creating more divas though?
well, I mean, the wide receivers have always had that to
Yeah.
go around, but I think so.
That's
Like,
my argument because these.
if you gave me kiss my ass money, kiss
but
my
you-
ass. Like, you know what I like? That's what I think it is. Like,
And it could be a generational thing, like the work ethic that you come up with to do the job. Even though you're getting paid, you do your job the way it's supposed to be done. You put everything into it, no matter if you're getting paid or not. I don't think that they have that mentality anymore.
So you're
these are
saying
like
the
all
Bel-
kids
the
that grew up with an
Belichick way.
iPad in their face.
No, that wasn't out yet. Was
I'm
it?
telling
With
you, dude. These kids, these young kids, dude.
It is.
When
It's
they're-
on the
when-
cusp of that.
They
when they were
never
10.
had to use the Dewey Decimal System. They never had to write a 5-paragraph essay. They've been typing all their homework. They never broke a pencil in their life.
They don't
like,
even know how to use cursive.
Yeah, like it's a different like.
But I feel like, and don't quote me, but you could destroy me if you think I'm wrong. I feel like the NFL is like the Army or the Marines. Along the way, you're gonna run into. It's gonna correct you. I don't know if that makes any sense. What I'm trying to say, like,
Or you're not gonna make it.
Exactly. That's my point. You can't come up through the ranks because that next guy is gonna change. Not
Yeah.
only the guy behind you that's gonna take your spot, the opposing guy is to take your head off. Oh, you think you're bad because you're making $40 million?
Yeah, now you
Boom.
got a target on you. Yeah.
Exactly. That's my point. It's built into the structure of that. So it still makes me question the divas in this league, man.
But the NFL's also like they're like processing those like the thugs, if you will, out of the league. You know what I mean? Like those guys that
I
are
don't think
coming.
they'll ever get them out. Because those are, I hate to say it, those are the
That's
best
what they
players.
make their bread and butter on.
Yeah.
But the more that you keep throwing these defensive flags and penalizing these players and finding them more money than they're making to play on that game day,
But you
like
ain't-
now you're at a point. Do you hate this dude for making $40 million enough to cost yourself $70,000 when you're not making it? Like that's a crazy business decision to make. Like
you're not getting those players from the U like you were back in the 90s. Like that was some crazy shit.
But they don't let you play
Yo.
like that anymore
No.
either. Like
I
show me the top 10 vicious hits of this year and last year and the year before that. I guarantee you, like they're gonna get a lot worse the more back in time you go.
I'm rocking with you on that.
And so for what you're saying, like it's gonna it's gonna get those divas out of the league.
Yeah.
Like that self.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
That evolutionary mechanism is being written off out of the league. Like those Ray Lewis types that you're like afraid to go over
Yeah,
the middle.
who's the OG that's even checking you on your team?
But
yeah.
then
Yup.
coaches,
I'm rocking with you. a
coaches
little bit.
coach differently. The whole attitudes now. Trying
Like you
how,
can't
how
get in
they,
these guys' faces.
the training camps are totally
Even from
different.
Pee Wee.
Yeah, but training camps are totally different. You can't be like you used to. They can't-
Okay,
Bill
okay.
Parcells could never be a coach in this generation.
I'm rocking with you. So I'm gonna retract. But I still feel somebody's checking these guys. And the problem is the before you would just listen to the OG. Now these kids are like, no, I'm not listening to you. At least that's how I could be wrong.
Or
I could be
you
wrong.
just have a discrepancy of people on the team that think that it's going to happen on its own versus people that are going to go out and make it happen.
Because you have to
You know what I
know
mean?
that-
Like if you're stuck with more bums than you are, if you're stuck with more do-nots than you are doers,
yeah.
it's going to catch up to you when you start facing teams that are full of more doers.
That's my
you know,
point.
like
You have to know that the team that is structured, those are the teams.
and I'm sorry, where were both
don't
of
know.
these teams on deadline day? Did Dallas make a move? Did they do anything to stop
They
their
didn't have to,
Tr-
though. They didn't have
They've
to.
been
No,
weak
they-
against the run all year
I
long.
wanted them to get Derrick Henry or someone because they needed a better
That's true
running
too.
attack.
They could have used a better backup or a supplemental to Tony Pollard as well. And the Eagles didn't make a move either, right?
Well, Eagle. That guy, he's always making moves though. He
I know,
doesn't wait for
but-
the deadline. Anyway, we got sidetracked. What'd you see Sunday?
Sunday, we'll go over the games.
Bills. Not going forward. I'm talking about
Back,
this
yeah.
Sunday.
Texans and Ravens were the first game.
I'm gonna say this, and I've been saying this to people. If you're not beating the Ravens by at least 7 or 10 points by halftime, they're coming out after the half because they make. This is back to coaching. Harbaugh Hall. People who don't talk about him enough, I feel. They just don't. This dude knows what he's doing. They go in, they make the adjustments. I would love to see their numbers at the third and fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That team is no joke. I seen them do it to Miami. I seen them do it to the Texans, and I seen them do it to San Fran. And the Texans, I won't say is one of the top teams, but Miami was a top team at the time, and San Fran was the team we were talking about.
Yeah.
And we're still talking about San Fran. At halftime, it was like, oh, you're with us a little bit. After that, they make the adjustments.
Well, I think
That's how it looks
Baltimore
like
just
to
had
me.
to get started because of the week off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had to buy.
Once they got rolling, then they got rolling.
Remember this conversation. If for this week and when they go to the Super Bowl, if whoever it is that they are going against, and if they're not beating them by a substantial amount of points by halftime, watch after the half. I'm telling you.
I mean, I'm definitely rooting for
telling you.
Baltimore this weekend. Like,
Yeah. Why? You don't like Chiefs?
I
They're,
mean,
in, they're in
being-
that Patriot space for me now.
being like a Brady fan though, it's like I'm tired of hearing this GOAT debate between Mahomes and Brady. Mahomes and
That's
Kelsey just passed Brady and Gronk for most playoff touchdowns.
Well,
you know what I mean?
He still has a long way to go.
He
I don't
does,
think
but
he
he,
will.
he's got a long way to go, but he lost. How many times he lost to Brady straight up? Right? He lost the AFC Championship game to him, and he lost the Super
Well,
Bowl
he was
to
a
him.
young puppy.
So I don't care if you make that swing. Brady's only got 5 rings, and Mahomes has 4.
Nah, don't do that. You can't.
What do you mean? He's right there. He's right there. He
that's
had
like
it.
Bird beating
He
Dr.
had
J
it.
at the end of it. Dr.
Exactly.
J's
I don't
career.
care. He
You
had it.
can't.
He had it to take, and it wasn't, and he didn't do it.
Nah, I can't rock with you on
So
that.
regardless, I'm rocking with the Ravens. If it's about what have you done for me lately, shout out Kyle Van Noy. He's brought some happiness to my household on Super Bowl Sunday, so I'm rocking with him. And Odell Beckham's rookie year, he didn't start the season. He got activated in week 10. I picked him up in fantasy football, and I rode him to a championship that year. So those two guys, they brought the most love to my house out of everybody left standing. So
my God.
I got another team.
coming from the New England Buccaneer Niners guy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put the words together. I couldn't do it. But what did you see? What did you guys see in the Ravens game?
The Ravens do make me nervous.
Did you
though,
watch the game?
Yes.
Yeah.
What'd you
That
see?
they-
I gave my synopsis. What did you see?
Why was it so close in the first half? That's what I saw. That's what gives me concern about going. You're about to go against Kansas City, and you think
Texans are playing with house money, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just saying, you're about.
congrats to them.
If it's gonna take you 2 quarters to warm up, you're not gonna have that buffer against Kansas City. I'm sorry.
Well, like I said, I think it was that bye week.
I rock with you.
I think
on
there was
that
that bye week why they didn't start fast, and neither did the Niners.
I rock with you on that.
I just seem like like you were saying, the Ravens seem to be a second half team. Like, that's great that you make adjustments and everything like that, but if you come out and get smacked up for 24 points before halftime, that's a big
But
hole
Kansas
to
City
come
isn't
out
doing
of.
that now.
Let me ask you this.
They're looking like they're getting it together at the right time,
Yeah,
like-
let's jump over to that game.
Yeah.
What did you see with the Bills Chiefs?
I mean, I saw Josh Allen shit his pants at the end of that game. Like, I know, I'm just saying, like, but
How do you feel about Josh Allen?
I mean, I'd take him on my team at this point, but those 2 throws that he missed at the end of the game, he should have either won or taken him to at least overtime. Like,
He needs a lot more hate. That's what I think.
I feel like
he needs
Yeah,
a lot
like
more
he-
hate.
yeah.
They
Like
don't-
Dak gets so much shit, and
Yeah, they don't.
he needs a
give
friend
it-
like Kobe Bryant or something. You know what I mean? He needs somebody to.
I feel like, and I could be wrong. I'm piggybacking off of P. He needs that because that's what will propel him. If and I always be honest. If at the end of that loss, everybody's saying, "Okay, we'll get him next time, Joshy." No, he needs to feel what Dak be feeling.
Yeah, I didn't see his post game press conference. Like, if he was dejected or if he walked off without saying much or anything.
I think
like
he
that,
was.
but-
I did
He was
see
down,
it. He
but
was
he wasn't
down. You should be distraught.
Yeah.
How I feel.
you shouldn't even
Especially
want to
the way,
be
especially you
Dude,
had the
I
game
wouldn't
in your
even-
hands. You had the
I
game
would
in your
be
hands and you muffed
tight.
it.
I would be tight. That Mahomes, he just be getting the best. Like that dude, he just get. Oh my goodness.
My favorite part of that whole game, though. I shouldn't like Jason Kelsey, but I love Jason Kelsey. Did you see
Why?
him?
No.
He came out of the box. He was in the box, shirt off.
You're
yeah,
talking about the brother up
When-
there with
yeah.
Taylor Swift.
right? So when he get the touchdown, he's standing. He's got his shirt off. He's chugging beers. He comes out of the box
Yeah.
with the Bills fans chugging beers. his wife had to send Patrick Mahomes' father over to the window and tell him to get his ass back in the booth. And Bills fans were loving him. Like, they should have been hating him because they just got a touchdown, but they
You
didn't
can
care.
tell he's one of those kind of like wild animal type dudes.
He was
man.
doing it dressed like Billy Madison too. He had on like sweatpants and Timberlands and no shirt on.
shirt.
Just
What is the matter with this guy? He's
dude, I'd
nuts.
be supporting my brother the same way. That's awesome.
He's like, I'm retired. Okay, bye,
Yeah,
Philly.
what are you gonna do?
Give me that Chiefs hat.
You're gonna throw me out of the
And
game?
he's
You're not
so
gonna throw me
likable
out. Yeah.
That the Bills fans didn't care. After they just got, after Kansas City just got a touchdown, they were just thrilled to be chugging a beer with him. That's a weird thing, but that was hysterical.
Do we want to talk about Detroit, Tampa?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well,
That the team won?
What happened?
I don't understand why they didn't take that last time out.
Yeah.
I don't get that. I've
Yo,
been
Baker
thinking about that for
Baker
like
looks- he
72
looked
hours
crazy.
now.
It's a one-score game,
I
one
ho-
touchdown game.
Yeah, like I hope they find a way to run that back. Like I feel like that.
What do you mean?
I feel like the team embraced Baker, and Baker liked playing for the. I hope they find a way to bring Mike Evans and Baker Mayfield and everybody
this
back
was
together.
it.
But if
I
you
think
saw,
this is it.
if you saw at the end of the game, Mike Edwards was like loving it up with who's the kid. He's the linebacker for them that was like he was having contract problems. He's number 45 or 54, one of the
White.
two. But
Is it White? No, not White.
no, that's a running back.
Talking about, yeah.
No, but I think there's a White on the defense. For
Man,
Tampa, you're
this
talking
dude-
about.
Yeah, like he's gonna be like a free agent commodity. I feel like, but the way that they were like dapping it up and showing love, like it seemed like that was like their last time on the sidelines together. So at least one of them knows that they're out and coming back. But Evans said that he loves the city and that he told them before the contract negotiations broke down that
How could you not?
he wanted
though?
to be back. But
It's warm, like year round. You're chilling. I don't know.
Re-
He won a chip there, right?
Yeah, with Brady.
With Brady.
Yeah.
He's getting numbers. Like,
he's
why
still
do-
maintaining his 1,000
Yeah, why
yards
do you
every
want?
season.
Why
yeah.
do you want out of? Why would you want out of that?
Well, if
Where
they
you
don't
going
bring
better?
Baker back, and
Yeah.
you're going to expect you to play with like a bridge year quarterback, you're getting older. You're going to want to try to sign on with the team and get another ring before you get out
Crazy,
of
but
here. You know,
teams are going to come for Baker this year off season.
You think so?
I'll take Baker on the Patriots right now.
Well, Patriots, you'll take anybody.
Anybody, bro. I might even take Cam Newton back.
Mayo. No,
No.
I wouldn't do that.
Whoa.
No. You don't want that. Those theatrics. You want to jump on the Green Bay game? I felt like they were in that game.
They're the most surprising team to me in the playoffs. I never would have bet any kind of.
The way they
Stop
came in playing,
They
came in
could
playing
have won
hot.
that game.
Yeah.
To me, too, I keep telling people, and P, he knows where I'm going with this. San Fran, for whatever reason, if Debo doesn't play, they look different. They just look different. They look.
Dude, you can't lose your number one.
But
In
to
the
that-
playoffs,
to look
like-
to that degree, to look that crazy, it's like almost night.
What did Philly
they-
look like without
they
AJ
squeak-
Brown? Like,
I'll give you
you
that.
know, like
but I'm
it's a
saying-
massive piece to lose. Like,
But they lost when they had their 3-game losing streak during the season. That's when Debo was out.
Like Debo,
You should be able to.
Yeah, you
if
gotta
you're that
be able to
good, you should be
supplement
able to
something.
before Christian McCaffrey came along, Debo was the offense for the San Francisco
not
49ers.
mistaken.
So if you lose them, yeah, you're in trouble. Like, I don't care who you have
They're
playing
not like
quarterback.
that when
I don't care how
McCaffrey goes out, though. When Debo goes out for
'Cause how much
whatever reason,
McCaffrey's either running the ball or catching a screen
No, but
pass. There's so
he's
many
just
other
as-
things that Debo
Right, he
he
brings
does
a
what
lot.
Debo does, though, sometimes, right? Only thing is Debo might line
But
up
you
in
don't
the
know.
slot.
Yeah, but you don't know which one's going to do it.
Yeah, they play off of each
They
other
cause
too. Like,
more trouble for the defense. You got
You
to do a
can't
lot more
find
guessing.
another decoy or something to act like I don't know.
that's the thing too. Like if you're on Debo talking about divas and stuff like that, if you're
He is that
50-50 to
dude.
play the next week, then why the hell didn't you just stay in the game as a decoy? Get your ass out there, bro. Like you trying to win the chip or not?
I'm rocking with
Like
you.
you know what I
on
mean?
That.
If I was Christian McCaffrey and I'm on
I'm
the bus
rocking
with
with
him
you
and
on that.
he does not severely concussed, why were you not out there playing decoy?
I'm
Tell me.
rocking with you
Like-
on that all day. Like you gotta be. This is the thing. This is the space that we're in. If this was the '90s
Yeah.
or '80s, you're dragging
They
these.
would have had you driving
no,
your
coach.
own. Yeah.
No, let me get back in there.
Can I say Emmitt Smith?
Yeah.
Championship game
Of course,
against the
the
Giants.
Giants.
Fractures your collarbone.
Yeah.
Comes back out there and still puts up 160 yards.
That's what you
He's
want.
like every time, and you're playing on that concrete with the grass with the fucking grass carpet on it.
Is Jordan Love the guy?
Is he the
looking
guy,
good.
or is the Packers development system like where it's at?
Because
Because can you become the guy given enough time, a long enough leash, and the patience of multiple years for a coaching staff, instead of getting drafted in the first round to a bad team and being thrown out there and expected to perform? Like, I just think that the way that they develop is, I think, ahead of the curve.
I agree with you because they went from like what Favre to Rodgers to now this guy.
And they gave him all. Favre, I don't know what this. I know Favre. They traded for him because he was originally drafted by the Falcons. Like, I think he had like a training camp with
No,
the
he was-
Falcons.
yeah, he
No,
was
but
on
I'm
the
saying
Falcons.
what you're saying is their transition is like
They don't put the
don't really
expectation
miss a
on it.
beat.
Yeah. Whereas, like, look at all the other guys that come in. It's like you're literally the bridge quarterback, an injury to him away from starting in week 10. Like, when did Mahomes start playing? Week 10 when Alex Smith got hurt.
Yeah.
Jalen Smith started playing when. Who the hell was the quarterback before?
Jalen Smith or Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, yeah.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Like, you know, and they neither one of those guys really had that. You had 10 games to figure it out on a pro level, whereas Jordan Love had 3 seasons or 2 seasons. Like, that's a long time to acclimate yourself to being a pro, to see who the guys who are sticking around, what they're doing, to have like good like relationships with the professionals in the building.
But he's also progressed as the season's going on, because he wasn't this good at the beginning of the season.
I'm watching him like not this week and when they beat Dallas. I'm like, who is this kid? I've never seen him play. And I've watched him a little bit. I'm like, I've never seen him play like this.
Yeah. I mean, they also did a great job running the ball against Dallas. So
I'll give you that.
Once you've like beat them,
who's that running back? Who's the running back?
Aaron Jones.
Yeah. Like
He killed it, man. He had a great
And
game.
he wasn't doing much this season until the last quarter of the season.
They're like getting it going at the right time.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing. So like we were saying, you watch him during the playoffs, and I'm like, who is this guy? But then sooner or later, back to the Josh Allen thing, you seen them do something that was kind of like you know what I'm saying? Like that last interception that
he
Green Bay
pick
game.
to end the game, right?
It was like nothing but like Niners in that area. And it was like one Green Bay guy. I could see it right now. I don't know who it was. Number 9, I think it was. And I'm like, why did he throw that? And even I think the down and nothing warranted him to throw that.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Like you could have threw it away and you had more downs and everything. Why? Like it makes me wonder. Like you're stepping it up. You were the guy, but like it's like sooner or later.
it's like-
Would Mahomes have made that mistake?
Probably not.
That's my point.
That's to give Mahomes some kind of credit in this like rising GOAT debate. I'm curious to see how many games have ended with him throwing an interception.
Ooh,
I bet you it's
probably
very
none.
little.
Slim to
like
none,
1 to
probably.
3, 0 to 3. You know,
That's
like,
my point with these guys.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, how many games ended?
throwing an ill-advised throw at all.
How many games ended like that? Right, because the game ended with Baker getting picked off.
Yes,
Right, the game
yes.
ended with Jordan Love
It's
getting
almost
picked
like
off.
they're overzealous. Like I don't know what to do. But the thing with
That's
Mahomes,
what's happening to Jason Tatum.
with
That's what he's doing.
Mahomes is I feel like he won't throw it. He'll run.
Yeah, he's a great improviser.
He'll run.
Mahomes,
If
I'll give him that.
If he doesn't have that throw, he's like, oh, I'm gonna just take off.
And it's like they almost practice the improv, as crazy as that sounds. Like he's running to create a new set of like triangle offensive pieces. You know what I mean? Like now his tight ends and his receivers know, okay, he's outside the pocket.
Boom.
We got a whole new set of things that we should be
he's
trying
doing.
to do.
Blocking
Like
or whatever.
it's a team. It's not just him. It's the team.
Yeah.
Like
You know what's crazy about Mahomes too is he definitely is reminding me more of Brady, because he's doing more with less now.
yeah, this is his season of
Kelsey's getting older. His receivers aren't what they were.
But Brady didn't have nothing in the beginning. Who are these guys?
No.
At least he has Kelsey.
Yeah, like who before Brady gets Moss and Welker, like you're rolling with like Jabbar Gaffney and Rashay
And he was at
Caldwell.
No, who's
Super Bowl 4 or 5 at that time. Where was he at? before he got like Welker and
Three.
the Lawrence.
3, yeah. The
But
first,
they been to like 4.
No.
no.
No, I thought they
He
lost.
He's won his first three.
He won
Yeah.
Yeah,
those
the
first
first
3.
all by 3 points.
No, they beat the Eagles by more than 3 points. I hate to bring
Here
that
we
up,
go.
but
No, I meant the first 3. And all Brady was doing those first 3 was throwing slants, screens, like they
Yeah.
were just short, fast passes. That was when Troy
Like, dude-
Brown. That was when Troy Brown was receiver and the back.
you know who's like instrumental in the Rams that late drive is Jermaine Wiggins.
Yeah.
Wiggy from WEEI or whatever. Like he catches like 5 passes in that final drive where they go down to kick the field goal.
Which one?
The first Super Bowl that they win against the Rams,
Yeah.
where Madden's like, I don't know about this. I'd be
I
playing
thought it
for
was J.R.
overtime.
Redmond. I thought it was Redmond.
Redmond's the running back in that.
But he caught a couple ones.
I'm telling you,
remember.
Redmond, Wiggy, and I can't think of the other guy. It might have been Patton, but I don't think that's him. I think I'm giving him too much credit.
But anyway, I know P got to bounce out. Let's pick these two games real quick. Got Lions, 49ers,
Lions 49ers.
or the Chiefs versus the Ravens. Which one you want to do first?
We'll do Lions 49ers.
What the hell you got?
Right now, Debo, I just looked it up. Debo's it's his shoulder. It's not broken, but they're going to see how his shoulder responds. Now, he should be in there. Why he wouldn't be, I don't know. If it's not broken, he should be out there. But if he plays and he's good, I got to go with the 49ers. But Detroit can get them if they're not at full strength.
I'm going with the 49ers. If Debo plays or not. I can't. I think they're still sour from last year. I think that's enough for them.
Detroit might be sour from their whole existence.
You like what you've seen from Brock Purdy over the last 3 games, or you like what you've seen from Jared Goff over the last 3 games? Jared Goff with all his receivers, Brock Purdy without his number 1. I don't know. I think Brock Purdy with 50% of his number 1. I feel like it's the Lions. I feel like the Lions are going to take this game.
But Detroit's
And they
defense-
need if the NFC team's going to get steamrolled, the NFL needs a storyline to hold on to, and the lovable loser Lions making his first Super Bowl in 50 years or whatever is perfect for them to just come and get ramrodded by Patrick Mahomes to win his third Super Bowl.
Is Detroit going into San Francisco and coming out of there with a
Who
dub?
cares about going into San Francisco? Who cares about that?
Well, if they got to play in a little bit of weather, who knows?
They play on carpet though, right? Detroit, if I'm not
What's
mistaken.
the problem in
play
San
inside.
Francisco?
San
Wind?
Fran's outside.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I think that might be
Detroit's
a little bit
defense
of a
is-
factor.
Detroit's defense is
Carpet's
not
way
good.
faster.
Yeah.
Carpet, you're way faster. You're way faster. Grass, you slow down a little bit.
I don't know. If you don't have to worry about Debo, man, that's a problem.
But
Especially for the whole
Detroit's
game.
defense is not good. I still got to go San Fran. They're at home.
I'm going San Fran.
Going Detroit.
I'll take
Yeah,
it
going
Detroit,
Detroit.
yeah.
All right, you heard it.
And go to the AFC.
This is a heavyweight bout.
This is the Mahomes X factor in this all.
Is Lamar Jackson ready to take that next step? I don't know.
I have a harder time trying to pick this game
So I think they're
than the other one.
They're a better overall team now
They are
than
a
they have
better-
ever been.
That's what I'm saying.
Defensively, offensively.
They're going to win because of the team, not because of Lamar Jackson
And he won't have
I
to
feel
do
like
it.
the Chiefs are going to win because of Patrick Mahomes.
Oh.
That's
See, I think it eventually has to catch up to Mahomes not having the weapons he needs.
his weapons
Well,
just
he
came alive.
does.
Kelsey just
He
scored
has
2
them now.
touchdowns.
He
like
has them now.
Pacheco's running.
like they're
the
So-
receivers they've been waiting to come alive and they're catching the balls
it's
now.
almost like they were playing possum.
Possibly.
It's like we did this on purpose
Listen,
because we know what this is about. This is what we do.
I'm picking Baltimore because that's what the Super Bowl logo colors
Oh,
are.
here we go.
Red and purple.
Here we
This is
go.
predetermined.
I'll take
Here
the
we go.
conspiracy theory.
You just said you want Chiefs.
No, I'm saying I'll take it based on that, but
His left side of the brain saying Chiefs. The right side brings in
I
conspiracy.
just, all I know,
conspiracy.
I love a conspiracy theory, but all I've seen from the Ravens is that they eventually find a way to choke it out, and all I've seen from the Chiefs is that they eventually find a way to overcome the mountain. So
biggest game of the year for the Ravens was against San Fran. They handled them.
They did handle them.
I'll be happy to
but
be
they
wrong.
haven't
I don't
seen
want to
it.
see Mahomes keep creeping up on my boy, but I just
They haven't seen the playoff Chiefs. Playoff Chiefs are different.
well, I don't know, and it's going to be at Baltimore, so you got me
And
backpedaling
the
now
Chiefs'
too.
defense is
The
not,
Chiefs' home field advantage is more crucial, I feel like, than
Their defense is. I want to say it was top 5 too. I could be wrong.
What, Chiefs defense?
Yeah, was it top 5? Or,
they got some good
I thought it
corners.
was.
They have some good
I thought it
corners. So if
was.
they're able to neutralize OBJ and I mean, who else is really doing it for them? The rookie kid from Boston College, right? And then they play a big game throwing it to tight ends and running backs too. So
I got Ravens. Let me backtrack a little bit. I thought you were a San Fran guy and you picked the Lions.
yeah.
Yo, man, what is going on?
I'm just picking what I see.
You're picking against your squad.
Yeah, I mean, I root for the Niners because that's my pop's team. You know what I mean? So like,
Anyway, what you got, P? That's it.
That's it. I'm done. I'm good.
Tapped
he's
out.
got to go.
I want to thank y'all coming through. Maybe we'll run it back next week if you guys are down. I'm not doing nothing.
Maybe
Thank you.
like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Like,
get that like, share, and
share.
subscribe going.
Ring that bell.
Comeback Kings, episode 40.
People say they like your show so
Peace.
much. Why haven't you been famous yet? Because you ain't share my stuff. That's why. Let's go.
Don't walk away.